So we are talking to Randy Pobst, and we spent the last 3 days here at WeatherTech Laguna Seca Raceway. And what have you been doing?
I have been hot lapping cars for Best Driver's Car for Motor Trend magazine.
And the cars were, can you remember them all?
No.
Okay, I can't either, that's why I asked you.
Let's try. We had a Kia Stinger. We had an Alfa Romeo Stelvio, which is an SUV. We had a Honda Civic Type R. We had a Mustang Performance Pack 2. We had an Audi TT RS. We had a Lamborghini Huracan Performante. We had a Corvette ZR1. We had a Porsche GT2 RS. We had a McLaren 720S. We had a BMW M5. We had an Aston Martin Vantage. I'm doing pretty good here.
I'm very impressed.
And I think that's almost all of them.
So the reason Racepak was here was we were invited up to provide the data acquisition side of it, not just a boring black box in the car, but more of, can we provide information for the people in the pits? Can we provide information for you as a driver? And what can we learn from all this? So we brought in our Vantage CL1 data box, and the way this thing works, it's not a standard data recorder, it's more of a data box with sensor inputs. In this case, we're plugging into OBD2, but can plug into aftermarket EFIs or external sensors. It has GPS, it has Bluetooth. We're using the D3 app on a phone installed in the vehicle, which then Randy uses for instrumentation on the track. It also records the data, it's the data recorder, and it's sending information to the cloud. So what we were able to do while Randy was on the track is we had a giant screen TV, like a 60-inch TV, and tablets and everything like that, because it works on any mobile device. And so everyone in the pit area could see what he was doing. We see when he was faster, slower, we could see his speed, lateral G, throttle position, all that, so he could not...
You could tell when I blew turn 5 and got wide and had a lousy speed drop.
And he couldn't lie about any of this, and everybody else got to see
times.
it. Yeah, so that's why we came up here. So Randy can talk about it a little bit, what he saw from in the car.
Well, what I saw primarily was the lap time, and not only the lap time at the end of a lap, but also really interesting is the plus minus. Was I going faster or was I going slower this lap? And that was fascinating because, for one thing, we're shooting a video. We're in a hurry. The whole time we've got 11 or 12 cars, and I need to do a good lap, and I need to do it right away. And what happens most times, so interestingly, and the Racepak data helped me figure this out, was the tires are typically, they give magic grip on the first lap when they're brand new, and then they slow down. And I could see that on the data. I'd be driving, and it's only the first lap I ever did in this Stelvio or BMW M5. Second lap, I hated it actually, because it would be slower. 1/10 of a second slower in turn 1, 2/10 slower in turn 2, 3/10 slower. I'm getting slower all the way around, even though I know that I'm driving the car better. I know it a little better, I'm driving it better, I'm more balanced, more smooth. So it gave me a really immediate impression of what the car's capability was and what I was doing.
Right.
Am I driving it faster, or is it just getting slower? And when I see the car getting slower, even though I know I'm doing all I can do, I pull it in. It's just a waste of time.
Right.
The Racepak information was really valuable for that too.
And that's what we noticed. We spoke before you went out, and you were talking about you'll typically have your fastest lap the first lap out, and I'm like, no, he'll pick up every single time except the Kia, and you got quicker in the Kia. But what was interesting was watching,
and the Miata.
And the Miata. And what was interesting was watching the reaction in the garage, because with some of these cars, there's people with them and taking care of them and everything. So they're looking at the data, and we're explaining to them, well, just go grab the Racepak D3 app, and for this particular event, there's a secure login, and you guys can look at the information also. And so that's the main thing about this, is going to mobile devices. It allows anyone that's on the quote team, how we have this set up, to just instantly access data. So you're not pulling memory cards. There's no memory cards in this. There's no, trying to move files around and email files and all that. It's just instantaneous information, and then the post-processing of the data is all sitting in the cloud. So all you do is just go open the file up, look at your fastest lap, look at, like we said, lateral, Excel, your speed, and all that type of information. We also use what's called a 3D map in a mobile device, on the tablets to do the analysis. So it's a little bit different than looking at a graph, because a lot of people struggle with graphs. And that's one of the things I noticed Randy doing. Was like the first day I said, just play with this thing. It's just best to go play with it and just go punch things until it happens, and that's what you did.
Well, a good example of something where the data was a benefit to me was I drove this Lamborghini, and I didn't think it was stopping as well as the Porsche GT2 RS I drove before it. And so with help from Cameron, we went into the data, and I could just touch the screen, and it gave me, through an overlay, the times, or the G-force. I just wanted to see the G-force in the brake zone.
Right.
And I could tell whether the car was just plain stopping better or not. And you know, it actually turns out it was stopping pretty much the same, but it sure didn't feel like it. So it was really good information I learned from it.
Yep.
Because the seat of my pants said it was different.
Right.
It actually wasn't.
And for this event, one of the things about it was, like Randy said, we had to get the cars in and out of here fairly quickly. So it took probably 2 minutes maybe to set this up. We put the box in, we connected OBD2, and keeping in mind that the phone is the data recorder, we just went in and set the channels we wanted, engine RPM, throttle, whatever was available, and sent him on his way. So we didn't hold you up, and it's inexpensive. I mean, this thing's under $600, and it's simple to use. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And it's easy to read.
Easy to read.
I like the big readout.
Yep.
The lap time was right there. The plus or minus was right there.
Right.
I could learn a lot from it while I was driving.
Right.
You know, when I'm driving, I don't have a lot of bandwidth to study some screen and figure out what it's telling me. It's got to be obvious.
Yep. So that was the whole idea behind it, using mobile technology to make people's life easier when it comes to analysis, setup, programming, and accessing of data. And it worked pretty good here for 2 days, so thanks.
If it's in the cloud, then someone else could access it from anywhere.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. If you're part of the team, because when you get one of these boxes, it has a serial number on the back, you register it, and then you add the people you want to be on the team by their email, and we send out a secure password. The server itself is located in Phoenix. It's not, we're from Southern California, so it's a very secure server. It's a company used by Fortune 500 companies to keep their information secure. So if you're part of a team, you get a notification as soon as the vehicle goes on the track. You can open the app up and look at the live data or the data afterwards. Really simple.
Can I get all 33,000 of my Instagram followers on the team?
I would love for you to do that. We'll work on that.
Idea.
There you go.
Then my people could figure out what my lap times are.
Do you really want that?
Maybe not.
All right. We'll get back with that. All right. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for all your help.
Absolutely.